Hi, this is Carlos Cousins, and we're now going to be solving an integer problem. We are told that this is a positive number and an integer, so it's going to be a positive whole number. And what we're looking for are values of n, for which we get a value that is both positive and a whole number from the square root of 3n over 5 up there. So what we're going to do is plug in some of the values and see which work and which don't. When you're on the exam, try to do these in your head. And plugging in right away is going to save you a lot more time than trying to figure it out another way. So this is the approach we recommend. If you plugged in 3, you would have 3 times 3 over 5, which would be 9 over 5. If you take the square root of that, you'd see that it's pretty difficult to get a whole number from there intuitively. Which makes sense. If you divide 9 by 5, you're going to get some decimal, and you take the square root of that decimal. It's very unlikely that you're going to be able to do that from a whole number. In fact, it's impossible. So if we go ahead and try the second option, you'd have 3 times 5 over 5. So here you can see very plainly that this wouldn't be the answer because the 5s would cancel out, and you'd have the square root of 3, which wouldn't be an integer, a whole number, and you know that very easily because 1 times 1 is 1 and 2 times 2 is 4, so the value between 4 and 1, 3, wouldn't be an integer squared, so this definitely can't be the answer either. Then if you try plugging 9 in, you'd have 3 times 9 over 5 squared, and here you have 27 over 5, and again, like the first one, you'd end up with a mixed number or a decimal number that you're taking the square root of, and it wouldn't end up looking like a nice positive integer. So if we plug in the fourth one here, you have 3 times 15 over 5, and here you can already start to see that this looks a little more promising because 5 times 3 is 15. So another way of writing this is 3 times 3, the square root of 3 times 3, which is pretty plainly 3. So we know this one works. Now, if for some reason you thought this last option might be the right answer, we can go ahead and show you why that doesn't work too. So you'd have 3 times 25 over 5 and square root of that. And 25 over 5 is 5, right? 5 times 5 is 25, so you'd have 3 times 5, the square root of 3 times 5, so the square root of 15. And this wouldn't work because you have what? You've got 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 4 is 16. So 3 and 4 are the are bounds to the positive integers that you can have, and 15. Whoa, is in between them. Oh, sorry about that. So we can go ahead and cross this last option out too. So the answer is 15. Good luck studying, guys. Oh.